Obviously, I've chosen the path of hosting. I really do think that this is essentially my calling. The two people that I want to emulate the most, who are the most, in my opinion, my favorite hosts to watch are Anthony Bourdain and Mike Rowe, but for two completely different reasons. Anthony Bourdain is absolutely incredible at storytelling and at bringing you in to the location, the destination, the culture that he's profiling on each episode. And his voiceovers, I'll be in the voiceover booth doing voiceovers for First Look, and I'll try and think in my head, how would Anthony Bourdain read this line? Because a lot of people don't know this, but when you read a voiceover line, you're not reading it as you'd read a book. You wouldn't read it as you would even speak to another person. So it's really tricky, and he's just brilliant at his voiceovers. Mike Rowe, he connects with people better than I've ever seen another host do. And I feel like I have a lot of that in me, and that's what I strive to do on every shoot, is meet this total stranger and build a rapport and build a sense of rapport and build a sense of almost friendship with them as soon as I can, because then it just makes the shoot that much easier. If you could make someone comfortable, they're gonna shine on camera that much more. But Mike Rowe, he's witty, he's brilliant, and he's got a great sense of humor that I feel like I emulate a lot. So if I could take all of the storytelling abilities, the ability to draw you in, of Anthony Bourdain and the wittiness, the personality of Mike Rowe, and blend those into one person, that is the host that I one day strive to become. One thing that being in the spotlight, being a celebrity, has taught me is you can't have rabbit ears. Okay, and this is what my dad always told me, because people are so much more motivated to be negative, and people are so much more vocal when they dislike you than when they like you. Social media, for all the benefits that it's provided, it is also a very dangerous world to live in. I try and keep my social media interactions, especially with negative people, to a minimum. The easiest and the best way to diffuse negativity is through either humor or self-deprecation. You can't fight fire with fire. So I've definitely, I've taken an active interest in not firing back with negativity. I'll fire back with a joke, or if someone makes fun of me, I'll make fun of myself. Yep. How can you be negative and how can you make fun of someone that is willing to make fun of themselves? It doesn't happen. I try and remind myself that on my best days, things aren't that good. On my best days, things aren't as good as they feel, but on my worst days, things aren't as bad as they feel. You want to live your life kind of somewhere in the middle there. Fans are everything, okay? There's a lot of people who don't interact with or give enough credit to fans. I was guilty of this until, not too long ago. Gary V, I met with him recently, and that was one of the things he told me. He said, your engagement with your fans is good, but it needs to be great. If you take 2 seconds out of your day to comment, to respond, to like a comment from one of your fans, they're your fans for life. And I never really thought of it that way before. How, to me, something that's so insignificant and so small could mean so much to someone else. And again, I am who I am because of my fans and because of the people who have supported me all these years. So, I'm more than happy to acknowledge that whenever I possibly can. If I could, I would reply to and comment to every single person that reached out to me. Just know that I appreciate all the love and all the support. If it wasn't for my fans, there would be no Johnny Bananas. It's almost as the saying goes, the higher up on the ladder you get, the bigger the target on your ass gets. And this is true beyond the challenge. Has now filtered through into my normal life, my real life as well. The people who are closest to me these days, who are my closest friends, are most of the people that I knew before I was in the public eye. Because these are people that I don't question, their friendship and why they are friends with me. I keep my circle really small. This is on the challenge and in reality, and I trust people until they give me a reason not to. Do unto others as you want done unto yourself. I know that's a corny, cliche thing to say, but it's true. I feel like the more positivity I put out in the world, it comes back to you. And who you are and how you interact in society has a lot to do with the people you surround yourself by. As the saying goes, your vibe attracts your tribe. And I truly believe that. Based on my past, based on things that I've done on television before, fate and karma are often thrown up in my face, and I've often been told that things have happened to me in life because of karma. I don't believe in karma, and I don't believe in fate, because I feel like these are things. This is basically saying that your future and your destiny is predetermined. I like to think that what happens to me in life is a result of the things that I do and that I will continue to do, and it's not some predetermined thing that is going to happen. Good things happen to bad people. Bad things happen to good people. Good things happen to good people. Bad things happen to bad people. That's just the way of life. I don't believe that for every good thing that I do, something good's going to happen, and for every bad thing I do, something bad's going to happen. Bad things are going to happen regardless. So I just like to think that the more positive you are, that positivity, once it kind of permeates out into the universe, good things tend to happen.